How's it going, everyone? My name's Aiden. Welcome back to day 247 post back on this channel. Back in the journey once again. Hope you all are having such a great Friday today, another day in the week. Of course, we have made it to the end now, so please stay safe, enjoy what you got. And with that being said, today's message that I want to talk about is never suppress your feelings, reflect, and grow upon them. Before we get into today's message, let's talk about the day real quick. I haven't done anything other than work 10 to 4. Felt great, felt good to get out. And the only thing I look forward to is going to see my boy Joe tonight. Give me a good time as always, and I always will look forward to it. But back to today's message. Do not suppress your feelings. Let them grow. You know, I think it's super important to reflect upon the feelings that you have and not shove them down all the time. I know all of us want to feel happy at one point, but when you don't, express those emotions and those feelings that you have in you, it lingers. I've talked about this so much in a lot of my videos, but usually when you push down your feelings and, you don't like let yourself naturally feel them, you tend to not feel better. You feel a lot worse. I've had many times in my life where I have completely suppressed myself, especially when my dad passed away and when my best friend passed away. I always still wanted to be like a happy go lucky guy for the people around me. And it was truly because like I never wanted to see them in the position that I was in. I never wish death upon any of my enemies, my opponents, my ops, none of them, because it is such a terrible feeling. It's so many feelings, actually. I can't even explain all of it. But when you have, feelings that need to be talked about, speak up. Because if you do not say anything, it will get worse. And I'm kind of used to it at this point. It's been about, you know, uh, 5 years since I lost my dad. And I never really I don't know, I never would ever speak about how I felt because I also felt bad that if I was like dragging other people down by talking about grief at a young age. But first off, never suppress your feelings. The next thing that you want to do is reflect. Reflect on those feelings, on how you feel them and why you feel them and what can you do, you know, to fix the feelings that you have. Obviously with grief, it may not be the best example because grief is the love that can never be expressed because it can't go anywhere simply. But I do reflect on my feelings. How I do that is by I simply look at it as like don't be upset because things have ended, but be happy because it happened. Be happy that you had somebody that was such a motivation in your life. And kind of with that, that's the way how I think about things now. Even with anything, you know. Something that I haven't mentioned yet that I do want to mention is, you know, when people trigger you, it could show a sign of something that needs to be healed. And I think when we do get made fun of, we suppress the feelings. We don't talk about them because, sometimes it's very embarrassing why we're getting made fun of. But any feeling that you sort of have, you need to speak about. And when you feel everything out, you start to reflect on it, you can take the time to grow. I think something when prioritizing yourself is that you allow yourself to do everything naturally. Don't fight the feelings you have. Don't suppress the feelings you have. You know, fight the urges, fight the compulsions, like everything. I'm telling you, when you do that, it's almost like you won't resist them anymore. It's just a thought. Everything that you feel, it was all just feelings. And so, me working on myself, I've devoted a lot of time to, you know, purely allowing myself to naturally feel everything. And like, I am so hurt. But at the end of the day, I know that it's better for me. And that's what's going to help me grow more and understand why I feel the way I do about things. So, when it comes to getting made fun of, receiving some terrible news, don't ever suppress your feelings. Talk about it. Speak up. Say something. Because your feelings are always valid. They will always matter. And people are here to love you and help you and support you because you are truly a human being. Take the time to reflect on these feelings. Maybe it's something you might have to fix in your own life, something that might need healing, and grow. Fix those things. Take the time for yourself. Do what you need to do that's going to help yourself. And I'm telling you, once you start doing it, you will not regret it. Take time for yourself. Take care of yourself. Accept the love that you truly deserve. But with that being said, guys, I hope y'all have such a great rest of the day. And remember to take care of yourself. You deserve you matter, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.